Hi, my name is Amy Wheeler, and I'm the founder of Optimal State Yoga. I love teaching college students at California State University. But now you can practice with us on YouTube. Let's go get started.
All right, so as you come onto your back and lie down, you can either lie with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, or you can lie flat on your back if that's comfortable. And just start here. We're going to warm up the shoulders a little bit. And just start here by inhaling the arms up and over the head, making your body as long and tall as you possibly can. Exhaling, slowly lowering your arms back down to the sides of your body. Just do that a few times. One long, smooth inhalation takes you all the way up and over. One long, smooth exhalation takes you back down. Please do that, warming up your shoulders, making your body nice and long, tall. Last time, just bring your big toes to touch if they're not already. Bring your palms to touch overhead if you can. Let your thumbs touch down to the floor. And imagine that you are standing very tall, feet flat on the floor, reaching with your fingertips to the sky, making your spine and your body as long as you possibly can. Good. When you're ready, exhale. Let the hands come down. Just bend your knees. Bring your feet right underneath your knees. Starting bridge pose with the hands by the sides of the body. And this time we're going to inhale, push up, hips to the sky, rolling up onto your shoulders, letting your hands float up and over to the floor. Exhale, slowly lower down. Do that again. Inhale, coming up, pushing up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Just do that 2 more times. Make this your last one. Good. Once you lower down, slowly with the exhalation, bring your big toes to touch. Bring your ankles to touch. And I'd like you to keep your hands down at the sides of your body or maybe out to a T. You can kind of figure where you want to have them. But I'd like you to lift the right leg to the sky. Push into your left foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. A couple more times. Notice this left hip. How strong is it? Is it a little bit wiggly this morning? Good. Make that your last one on the right leg. Bring your big toes to touch on the mat. Stretch your left leg to the sky. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Do that 3 more times on your own. Really tuning into the right hip now. Remember that every warm-up we do corresponds to what I call a king posture or queen posture, something that we're going to be working up to later in the practice. So go ahead, finish your last one, come back down. Now bring your arms out to a T, straight out from your shoulders. You can have the palms up or down. Just lifting your feet up off the floor. Bringing your knees to your chest. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Just take your time, twisting in and out, opening up the deep six muscles, the glutes, the piriformis. Just keep moving side to side, twisting into the pose on the exhalation, twisting back to center on the inhalation. Good. Just come back to center. Place the hands on the knees. Exhale, knees into the chest. Keep the hands on your kneecaps and inhale your legs up to the sky. Exhale, knees to the chest. Inhale, keep the hands on your kneecaps. Extend the feet up. Just do that a few more times. Pressing your low back towards the floor every time you draw the knees into the chest. Feel what's happening in your hips as you do this. It's a very gentle opening for the hips. Good. Last one. After you've got your knees into your chest, just slowly drop your feet to the floor. All right, so you can roll over onto your right side and just lie on your right side, making a little pillow with your arm. And then draw your knees up, almost straight out from your belly button. The insides of your feet will touch. This is called a clamshell, and again, it's really getting into these deep six muscles. So inhale, open. Open the left knee to the sky. Keep the big toes touching. Exhale, close. Inhale, open the left knee to the sky. Keep the big toes touching. Exhale, close. Just close your eyes and do this a few times. Really feel what's happening in your left hip. You're getting into those deep six muscles, also known as your booty. Just time it with breath and movement. Last one. Good. When you feel ready, roll over onto your back. We'll set up the same way on the left side. Make a little pillow with your hand, your arm for your head. Draw your knees up, straight out from your belly. Inhale, open the right knee to the sky. Exhale, close it again. If you can close your eyes, that's a wonderful thing, because then you can really tune your mind in to this right hip and really explore what's tight, what's not. Couple more times. Last repetition. Good. And just rest here for a moment. From here, just take your time coming up to table position. Push yourself into your hands and come up. Good. Just come back to neutral spine, table position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. So here's what I'd like you to do. You're going to exhale the right knee to the nose. You're going to inhale the right leg back. Okay, join me. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Inhale, lift up. Just do that a few times. Curling or crunching your body on the exhalation. Extending your body on the inhalation. Good, I can hear that breath, I like it. Last one. Good. Release it down. Let's do the other side. Now by now you might actually be feeling a little tiredness in your hips. I don't want to wear them out too much. Let's exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale. Inhale. Go at your own pace, letting your breath lead you. Last one. Beautiful. And when you're ready, come back to neutral table. Just push back into a half child's pose or a full child's pose. Good. All right, just move forward just a little bit. You're going to stay on your knees. And you're going to make a little triangle with your forearms, interlacing your fingers so that your elbows are still under your shoulders. And from this position, I just want you to exhale, push back almost into a mini child's pose. Inhale, come all the way forward over your hands, warming up your shoulders. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come all the way forward. You can get your chin right over your thumbs. Just slowly warm up the shoulders, timing your breath and your movement. Today's practice is going to have a lot of different leg balancing postures as well as arm balancing postures. So we have to warm up the hips and the shoulders. One more time. Good. Push into child pose and rest. Very nice, you guys. All right, so I'd like you to come onto your left hip, onto the whole left side of your body. This is a new one. And just see if you can get your body to be nice and straight down your mat. Now my elbow is under my left shoulder. My left hand is spread wide to help me with some balance here. All right, so for some of you, you're going to take the right foot in front of the left thigh, right arm up to the sky. See how I'm not slouching down like this? No, we're not doing that. Lift up, okay? And then, when you're ready, push into that foot and come up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, lift your left hip up. Hold it here and breathe. Shoulder strength, you got it. Very nice, lower down. How did that feel? You ready for more? If you can, bring your feet together, or one in front of the other is probably better. Now, if this isn't gonna work for you, go back to the one we just did. But if you can, push into the outside edges of your feet and lift up. Whew. That'll wake up your shoulder. Good, nice, nice, nice. Breathe here. Exhale, lower down. Did you guys feel that one? I did. All right, let's flip over to the other side. Again, getting your body very nice and straight. Bringing the elbow under your right shoulder. Nice open palm. Step your left foot in front of your right thigh. Try not to slouch down. This is not what we're doing. Lift up out of that shoulder and go. Push into your left foot. Come on up. Keep breathing. So if you're not breathing deeply, you need to come out, right? That's the rule. If you're not breathing smoothly, you need to come out. Beautiful. When you're ready, exhale, lower down. All right, so you can go back to the one that we just did, or you can bring your left foot in front of your right so you're on the outside edges of your feet. Again, lift out of your shoulder and lift up. Keep breathing. Very nice, you guys. Oh, that hurts. We don't want it to hurt. Exhale down and find your way into child's pose. Find your way into child's pose. Come all the way back down with your hips sinking towards your heels and your arms outstretched in front of you, releasing your low back. And let's move in and out of child's pose. Inhale, come to table. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, come to table. Exhale, go back to child's pose. Just releasing your shoulders, your hips, and your low back. Make this your last child's pose. And then when you're ready, come forward. Walk your hands one hand length in front of where they are now. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and come into your first downward facing dog. And just start to walk your heels out a little bit. And if this feels good, stay here, but I'd like to challenge some of you, bringing your big toes to touch. Reach your right leg up and back. A three-legged downward facing dog. It's optional, you don't have to do it. Looking good. Right foot comes down to the midline of the mat, big toes touch, left leg goes up. Beautiful, you guys. One more breath. And left foot comes down, push into child's pose, rest. Hold it in child's pose. Let your shoulders recover. Release your low back. All right, when you're ready, come on up, watch me. It's gonna get harder. So, next thing we're gonna do, the right hand is under the right shoulder. It's kind of like what we did on the forearm. I actually find it a little easier than the forearm. So you see how my wrist is under my shoulder? I'm on the outside edges of my feet. Side plank. Okay, so let's start in downward facing dog. Get in your position. Tuck your toes under. Come back. Perfect. And then when you're ready, come with your right hand underneath your face. Shift your weight to the outside edges of your feet and lift up. Yeah. Breathe. You got it. Oh yeah, I know. Exhale, back to down dog. We're almost there, you guys. You can do it. And now bring your left hand under your face. Come onto the outside edges of your feet and lift your right arm to the sky. Very nice. Do I hear some breathing? Exhale, down dog. And rest in child's pose. Drop to your knees slowly. If it's too much to have your arms out in front, just bring your hands down by your ankles. Hold it there and rest. So arm balancing postures can be really challenging. They require a lot of attentional focus. They build a lot of heat. So slow your breath down again. And then when you're ready, just take your time coming all the way up to standing. You need a little drink. It'd be a good time to get it. Did you guys like that? Do you feel your shoulders? All right, so let's do some leg balancing, since today is all these different crazy balances. I find that when I'm on my mat, I have a thick mat, so I get a little wiggly, so I like to step off onto the wooden part of the floor. Just bring your big toes to touch. If you want to stay on your mat, that's fine too. Some of you have a thinner mat than I do. Find one spot to look at. Do not take your eyes off of it. And then on the inhalation, come up onto the balls of your feet, letting your hands touch overhead lightly. Keep your heels up. Exhale, lower back down. We call this Tadasana, or palm tree. Inhale up. Like you're wearing high heels. Exhale down. Just do that a few more times. Work with your breath. If your breath is a little faster than mine, you're going to move faster. You're going to do more reps. If your breath is slower than mine, you're going to move slower and do less reps. This last time, come up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels, palms together, and hold. Try to straighten your arms out. You did this exact same posture, the very first one we did today, lying down on the floor. It's a little bit harder this way, isn't it? Good. When you're ready, exhale down. Roll your shoulders up. Whew, we got some heat going on in here. It's like a 106-degree hot yoga. Have you guys ever done hot yoga? That's what it feels like in here. I'm not sure I like it. All right, let's go ahead and take a couple of blocks and let's place them about 1/3 of the way up the mat. If it gets too hot, you can always go out in the hall and take a breather, get a drink. I don't want anybody passing out. Or just lie down on your mat and rest. Yeah? All right, so come to the back of your mat with your big toes touching. Stand nice and straight. Turn your right foot slightly out to the side. And step your left foot forward. Now, if you can, I'd like you to keep your legs very nice and straight. Some people need a little bend because their low back is a little touchy. But if you can, keep it straight. Straight legs, inhale, straight arms. Exhale, hinge the hips, keep the upper back flat. Come on down. Partial Uttanasana or one-legged forward bend. Inhale, activate the legs, lead with the arms to come up. And then we'll come right back down to the sides with the hands. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Legs are straight if you can, otherwise bend the knee a little bit. Inhale, lead with the arms to come up. Exhale down. Do that 2 more times on your own. If you're going a little faster, you might end up doing it 3 times. Last time, come in and hold. So hands come to either your own leg, and you just go halfway down, especially if you have low back issues, maybe just halfway down on a little bent knee like this is plenty. Some of you might come down a little more. I actually like to kind of hold it halfway down. It makes me really use my spinal muscles a lot. But on the days I want to get all the way into my hamstrings, then I allow myself to come all the way down. You can use blocks under the hands, or your hands can just come to the floor. You decide. All right, when you come up, I want strong, active legs. If you need to bend that front knee, feel free. Lead with the arms, come on up. Exhale down. Good, step back. Great, let's do the other side. Big toes touching at the back of your mat. Turn your left foot out. Step your right foot in between your blocks. Turn your hips and your shoulders towards the front. Inhale, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, pull the belly in, into the hips. Inhale, strong, active legs. Let your arms lead your head. Exhale down. Please do that 3 more times. Smooth out your breathing. If it's kind of jagged and choppy, that means you need a rest. You might go to child's pose. Every day is different, you guys. Some days I can do everything and my breath is long and smooth. Other days, even the simplest little things make my breath all crazy, and I really have to back off my practice and know that my breath is telling me that my body and mind is not ready for a serious, intense practice. So again, come into your stay position, find what works for you. As I said, if you're kind of halfway down, you're going to use a lot of the muscles on your back. For me, that feels awesome. I don't need a lot more flexibility in my hamstrings, so I don't like to work all the way down as much. I'd rather kind of stay halfway and strengthen my low back and spinal erector muscles. Good. When you're ready, lead with your arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. Step it back with one step. You feel it okay? All right, big toes to touch again. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms away. Inhale. Palms to the sky. Extension through your upper back. Chair pose, half squat. Exhale. Squeeze the inner thighs together to the midline. Inhale, come up. Big breath in. Exhale. Empty the breath out. Compress your abdomen. Pull it in a little bit. Inhale. Just do that several more times. Taking your time. All right, this time come in and hold. Let go of your fingers out in front. Can you lift your heels up and come up onto the balls of your feet? And breathe. Good, that's hard. Beautiful. Drop your heels down, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Work any tension on the neck, the shoulders. You doing okay? All right, let's grab a strap. And I just like to, again, stand with the feet hip-width distance apart. Let's hold the strap a little bit wider than our shoulders. If you have a really long strap, you might want to put it in half or even fourths, depending on how much extra you have. Let's just inhale straight up to the sky. Exhale, lateral bend. Inhale straight up to the sky. Exhale, lateral bend. Inhale up. Exhale, lateral bend. Just keep working side to side. Last one. Good. Come up. Press your strap to the sky, and with your feet wide, can you come up onto the balls of your feet? For some people, this is actually harder than having the big toes touching. You can kind of decide for you, is it easier to balance with your feet together in the midline, or is it easier to balance with your feet hip-width distance apart? I like to make you do it every which way possible, just to change it up a bit. Exhale down. So what the latest research is showing is that when you do a posture, say that I do this posture, my body gets strong in about 30 degrees either way, right? So that's why I like to put the feet together, put the feet apart, have your arms this way, because we want you to get strong in every angle, not just little 30-degree angles. All right, let's put the strap to the side. I'm going to show you a little series of postures, and you're going to see, don't do it with me the first time. Let's see if I can get through it, and then you'll do it with me. So it looks like this. We're going to start in the middle of your mat, arms down the sides. We're going to inhale up. We're going to exhale, arms to a T. You've done this part before. You're going to inhale, leg open, exhale, leg closed. But this time what's different is warrior three. Holding warrior three for 3 or 4 breaths. We'll stay there. Inhale, arms up, knee up, exhale, and inhale. Okay, I'll walk you through it, don't worry. All right, so standing in the middle of your mat with your big toes touching. Of course, if you want to come off of your mat, that's fine too. Works. All right, join me. Focus. Inhale up. Exhale, right knee, arms to a T. Inhale, right knee opens. Exhale, right knee closes. Inhale, warrior three. Now, if your arms are out to the T, that's like wings. That helps you balance. Some people like to put their hands on their sacrum behind their back. Makes it a little bit easier for a lot of people. And some people like to stretch their arms out in front with palms touching. That's hard. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, right knee. In, come down. Good. Let's try the other leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left knee up, arms to a T. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Find your warrior three, whatever that is for you today. Arms to a T, hands behind the back, or palms touching out in front. You decide. Good. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale, knee lifts. And can you do one more time on each side on your own? Okay, so I'm not going to talk you through it. Just remember when your body expands is when you inhale. When your body compresses is when you exhale. Okay, so go for it. Body expands, opening, you inhale, body closes, you exhale. Find your warrior three and hold it for several breaths. Great job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right knee lifts without touching down, and release. Last time, do it on your own. One more breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, knee, and release. Good job. Working tension out of your hips. Do you guys feel that? Usually the standing leg is the one that has to work hard. All right, let's do some half sun citations. Come to the top of your mat. We'll take it a little easy today because it's so darn hot in here. Either big toes touching or feet hip width distance apart. And again, strengthen your body in many different angles. If you're usually big toes touching, you're getting that angle and 30 degrees. As soon as you do this, it's a little bit different center of gravity, a little bit different angles. So I always like to switch it up, try different things. Feet hip width distance apart if you're willing. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, sit down into the chair pose. Nice and low. Now inhale up, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, slide your fingertips up your shins to your kneecaps. And exhale, back down. Now, bend your knees deeply, bring your arms up overhead, come back to chair pose. That's an inhale. Lift up. And back to mountain. Someone's TT, let's do it again. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Float down, swan dive, exhale. Slide your fingertips up your shins, half forward bend. Exhale, back down into the full forward bend. Bend your knees on that same exhale. Inhale, arms overhead for the chair pose. Same inhale takes you up. And back down. I'll do it one more time with you. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, expand. Exhale, compress. Inhale, slide the fingertips up the shins, expand. Exhale, compress. Same exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, arms overhead. Same inhale takes you up. And back to mountain. All right, one more time. I want to see you do it. Go for it. Time your breath and your movement. You got it. Something very beautiful happens in your nervous system when you link every breath to a movement. It kind of resets you and builds your stress resiliency. Plus, the focus required to remember what you're doing with your body when you inhale, when you exhale, is good. All right, I don't want to do any full sun salutations today. I want to do a pose called crow pose. Has anybody ever done crow pose? It's an arm balance. I'm not that great at it, to be completely honest. So if I see one of you that's great at it and I go like this, if you want, you can come up and show class. But you'll have to sign a waiver for being on YouTube. All right, so here's what it looks like. Just watch me. I'll do my best to talk and try. We're going to inhale up. The feet are kind of nice and wide. We're going to exhale, squat down, and what you need to do is get your knees right here on your triceps. You spread your fingers wide. Lift your chin. If you tap your chin, what's going to happen? So you're going to do a nice little somersault and land on the top of your head, and I'm telling you that doesn't feel good on a hardwood floor. So you must keep your chin lifted, all right? So here's what it looks like. The big toes will touch. Come on. And back down. Good? All right, so top of your mat. I like my hands on the wooden part of the floor because if my mat is too spongy, it's hard. All right, what's the key here? Chin up, right? If you start to fall, do not do a face plant. Please don't do a face plant. All right, you ready? Inhale up. Exhale, squat all the way down. Try to get your knees right behind your triceps. Yeah? They're gonna slide a little bit, it's okay. Then lift your belly up to get your booty in the air, like you just don't care. Bring your big toes to touch. I know, keep those arms strong. You've got this. Oh yeah, some of you make this look easy. Keep trying, I know. One arm stronger than the other. You're like, how did that old lady do that and I can't do that? You got it? All right. Ooh, I like it. All right, calm down. Inhale, stand back up. You know who you are. I'm looking at you. Exhale down. He looks behind him. Do you have any desire to be on camera? Okay. No, he won't make you come up here. All right, guys, we're going to try it one more time because that was a little shaky. And sometimes when you try it a second time, it gets a little easier. If you don't want to do it, lie down on your back and draw your knees into your chest because we'll meet you there in a minute. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale, squat down. Try to get the knees over the triceps. Lift your chin. Do not somersault. When you've had enough, inhale back up. Good job. Exhale down. Crow pose. See, I have to do something new with you guys every day so you don't get bored. Please lie down on your back. Gently draw both knees into your chest. Good job on that one. Good focus and concentration. One of the things I like about classes that have a ton of balancing in them is that your mind has to be in the here and now. It cannot go wander off because you will fall over. So it's almost like a forced way to get attentional focus. All right. When you're ready, please keep your right knee into your chest and stretch your left leg out long on the floor, just so your heel is about 2 inches off the floor. You can either grab onto the top of your kneecap or behind your right knee. Now I want you to gently take the right knee towards your chest, and I want you to gently stretch the left heel away from your body, almost like you're pulling a bow and arrow in 2 different directions. Keep breathing. When you're ready, take both knees into your chest. Hold them there, maybe rock side to side, that feels good. And then stretch your right leg out long. Take your left knee in. Keep your right leg straight. Reach away from you with your right heel as you gently take your left knee into your chest. Hold it here and breathe. Very nice, you guys. When you're ready, exhale. Take both knees into your chest again. Exhale the knees into the chest. Inhale, stretch your arms up and over. Legs to the sky, almost like your body is in an L shape. Exhale. We call this one in Sanskrit asana, knees to chest. And then when you stand up into the L shape, that's Urdhva Prasrita Padasana. And just go back and forth. I like to tell you the names that truly come from yoga, just so you kind of hear them and get familiar with them. A couple more times, in and out. Good. All right, when you feel ready, bring the soles of your feet to the floor with your inner knees touching. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms away from you. Join me. Inhale, open the knees into cobbler pose. Let the pinkies touch the floor overhead. Exhale, draw your knees together, bring your hands down to your belly. Let's do that again. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close up. Just take your time, close your eyes if you can, and really feel your breath moving in and out of your body. Really feel your inner thighs, your glutes, your shoulders. We call this interoception, the ability to sense what you're feeling in your body. Next time, open the knees, let the arms float up and over with the pinkies on the floor. If you need to bend your elbows, that's fine. If you want to work a little harder, straighten your arms and squeeze your ears with your biceps. Just hold it here and breathe. Inhale, nose, chest, lower rib cage and belly. Exhale, belly, lower rib cage, chest, and nose. Follow that wave in and out of your body. Two more breaths. On your next exhalation, leave your knees open, but lower your arms back down. Unlock your fingers and let your arms rest at the sides. Now, what I'd like you to do in this position is discover something about your body. And by that I mean lift your head up and see, wow, are my legs equal? Are they even? Or is one leg higher than the other? Good to know. The one that's higher, that's the tight adductor. Might need to do a little more work on that side. And lower down. There are some of you that have had an injury, like a torn labrum, that knee actually flops open more because of the injury. Sometimes it gets tighter, sometimes it opens more. So it may be that you don't want to open so far. Maybe that causes some pain. All right, when you're ready, close your knees together. Bring your hands behind your head, fingers interlaced. And let's bring your feet hip-width distance apart. And I want you to do some very, very slow yoga curls for this whole abdominal region. They're not like regular sit-ups, okay? So when you're ready, you're going to exhale, lift up, nice and slow. Look at your own belly button. Inhale, lower down. The key to these are slow, smooth breath and movement. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Take your time. Each time you lift up, look at your own belly and see if you can't pull it in a little bit and flatten it out. Inhale, release. Exhale, look at your belly. Can you flatten it out? Suck it in a little bit. In yoga, that is something like a very, very baby Uddiyana Bandha, which just means that you suck your tummy in a little bit. But we're doing it very gently. Good. Couple more times. Exhaling, total focus on the abdomen. Inhaling, release. Last time. Exhaling, total focus on the abdomen. Inhale, release. And just leave your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, but bring your arms down to your sides. And just let your knees come together. I like to put my baby toes on the wooden part of the floor and just kind of allow my knees to flop together like a little triangle. And rest here. We're doing some abdominal work, some core work. Sometimes the low back can get a little tight and tender, so I just want to give the low back a little rest, a little support, letting the low back press down onto the floor and do nothing for a moment, because this next one's going to be a little intense. When you're ready, stretch your legs out long. Hands down by the hips, palms flat on the mat. Join me when you're ready. Inhale, both arms up and over until the backs of the hands touch the floor. Now leave your head on the floor and lift both legs up. You can touch your knees, your shins, your ankles, or your toes, but keep your head flat on the floor. Inhale, lower both legs down, arms come up and over. Exhale, jackknife. Take your time. Now some of you are like, oh heck no. You can do it with your knees bent. And I would just say bring your hands to your kneecaps on the exhale with your knees bent. Bring your feet to the floor on the inhalation, but let the arms float overhead. What we do not want to do is let the back hop too far off the floor. The low back is going to arch and come a little off the floor, but you don't want a huge arch in your low back. So if that means you have to bend your knees to focus your mind on your abdominals, go ahead and do that. One more, you got this. Big inhale, next exhalation, come hands on the knees, hold them into the chest, rock from side to side. That's some good abdominal work, you guys. All right, so after all of these standing balancing poses and a lot of the other work we've done, sometimes the deep six booty muscles are a little bit tight, so let's bring the arms out to a T, keep the feet off the floor, and as you feel ready, just drop both knees to your left. Drop both knees to your left. Let the legs rest on the floor. Let the right shoulder blade come down to the floor. Hold it here and breathe. Eyes are closed. Nice, long, slow, steady breaths. Take your time. Try to draw the breath all the way from the nose to the belly button on the inhalation. And then on the exhalation, move the breath from the belly button back up and out through the nose. Good. When you're ready, inhale back to center. Make sure you're in the middle of your mat. And then exhale both knees to the right. And if there's a big gap between your knees, sometimes it's nice to put a block in between your knees. And what this does is it takes a little bit of the pressure off your tight left hip. And it actually might help you to get your left shoulder blade down towards the floor. Sometimes using a prop to support you actually allows you to open deeper because your body feels safe. So keep breathing here. Nice, long, smooth breaths like a wave. Does this side feel differently than the first one? When you feel ready, inhale back to center. Make sure you're in the middle of your mat. Exhale, knees to chest, and just hold the knees there. Hold the knees. If your neck is tight, you can just gently move your head from side to side. All right, when you feel ready, go ahead and roll over. Push yourself up. Let's do one more little fun thing today. Go ahead and come sideways on your mat. And make sure your heels are on the mat. Kind of a crazy little class we've got going on today. Your bottom may be off the mat because your heels are on the mat. All right, you guys ready? So I'd just like you to start by taking your right arm open out to the side, and then exhale your right hand all the way across your body to the left side. So let's do that a few times. Inhale, right arm opens. Exhale, right arm closes. So just go in and out a few times with your breath. Kind of getting your body ready for this little twist. All right, this time, watch me. We're going to come across and push up. Exhale down, inhale up. Okay, do it with me. Exhale, down, and inhale. I know it's hard, isn't it? Exhale. I make things up, if you can't tell. They say that there's 86,000 yoga poses. I think there's like 300,000 because all the funny things we can make up count as yoga poses. If it has a function, it's a yoga pose. So this one is all about hamstring and adductors opening, arm strength, and it's a twist. Got so many things going for it. Good, let's do the other side. Readjust. Start with the left hand. Inhale, open. Exhale, just reach across, don't go too far. We're still warming up. We haven't done a lot of twisting today, so this is our warm-up for twist. Exhale. A couple more times, in and out. Each time you exhale, draw your belly in just a little bit. All right, now we go. Exhale. See how my feet turn? And I push up, exhale down, inhale up. Feet, toes to the sky, now we turn again. Crunch it, nice little twist. Inhale up. 2 more times, you got this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful, you guys. You ready for one more? Arms up. I know you're like, no. Exhale. Just bring your hands in front. For some of you, that's it. Whew, you feel your hamstrings. Others of you can come down onto your forearms. Some of you can grab onto your toes. Find the spot that you feel most comfortable. Find 70% so that you can still breathe long, slow, steady breaths. Good. Inhale, push up. Now, I want you to turn yourself on your mat so that you're facing the short edge of your mat. I'm just going to do the same, but I'm going to turn my mat instead of my body. All right, so stretch both legs out in front and take a block. Take a block. One between your inner thighs, one between your hands. And you're going to have to kind of walk your feet together and squeeze that, because what I really want is some adductor action. I want this motion of pulling together with the inner thighs, right? Now that's going to help you to stretch up and out of your spine, nice tall spine. Take the other block in your hands and just inhale up. This is really, really good spinal strengthener. All those little erector spinae muscles all up and down your spine, they're tiny little muscles, have to work really hard. So if you just sit here for a while, you're going to be like, whoo, now if it's too much, you can exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. We can always put a little gentle movement in, which makes it a little easier. But if you want to keep straight arms, keep straight arms. Keep reaching with the crown of the head. Keep squeezing the block. So I just saw my legs kind of go, ooh, and up. Oh, wait a minute. Activate. Come on up. You got it. Good. And release. Did you guys feel that? I did. All right. Bring the big toes to touch. You may need a block. You'll see. Just come into head to knee pose. Janu Shirshasana. Bringing the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. If you have tight hips or you have a torn labrum or anything that isn't allowing this knee to flop out up to the side, you can always support it with a block. Sit up nice and tall. Some of you are like, are we done yet? We're not done yet. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale up. And hinge at the hips. Try not to round in the upper back. Hinge at the hips and bring your hands to your knee, your shin, your ankle, or your toes. Close your eyes. And just start to breathe. If you can bring your chest all the way down onto the top of your thigh, feel free. The most important part is happening at your low back and your hips. Maybe after you start to open, you can walk your fingertips a little closer down towards your toes. Now, keep the back of your neck long, tuck your chin a little bit, and just make sure you're still breathing. This should feel really good as a counter pose to all the standing balancing that required open, strong hips. Good. Lead with your arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. Oof. Switch sides. Right leg out, left leg in. Now, if you have some kind of major problem in your hip, right, and your leg just cannot get comfortable, maybe instead you just want to step it over like this, right, and come forward a little bit. That tends to not require so much external rotation. You can decide. But again, see if you can sit up nice and tall. Inhale up. Hinge at the hips. Exhale down. Find your spot. And then close your eyes and go internal. Now, if you're doing the second variation, because the external rotation of your hip is not happening today, just walk the leg over, and I just like to have people exhale, roll forward, inhale, roll back. Still get a nice little hip opener right in through here, but you don't have to have such open external rotators and adductors. So just breathe another couple breaths wherever you are. Last one. Good. When you're ready, knee up to the sky. Arms up to the sky. Last pose of the day. Exhale. Fingertips on the knees, the shins, the ankles, or the toes. Hold it here. And this time, usually we do hinge from the hips, but I'm going to let your upper back round and your chest sink down and your chin tuck. The back of your neck be long. Just use it as a little counter pose. Some people even like to rock from side to side and kind of loosen up the whole back of the body. Good. When you're ready, inhale, lead with the arms to come up. Exhale down, come all the way down onto your back. If you want, you can slowly roll back. If you want to bend your knees, you can slowly bend your knees and roll back. Just come all the way down into Shavasana, or final relaxation pose. If you want to put some blocks underneath your hamstrings, you can do that. find your way into a place of stillness that you'll be able to rest for at least 10 minutes or longer. This final resting posture could be the most important pose that you do today.
Hi guys, I really hope this video has been good for you. Please subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting more videos up weekly, and go to our website, www.amywheeler.com. In addition, you can get on any of our social media at Optimal State.